Today we're going to be checking some Counter-Strike 2 new features together with AOC's AG275Q monitor. First off, one of the big things for sure for people is going to be just the visual updates. It's going to be looking much more prettier than CSGO. The color palette, it looks more vibrant all across the board. When you go back to checking CSGO, you will notice a massive difference there. And of course, all the lighting updates and everything. I think some of the skins, stickers and all that kind of stuff are going to look different and cool for sure in CS2 compared to CSGO. The HUD, of course, has changed quite a bit too. Different things are in a different spot. So that will take some time for you to get used to once you transition into CS2. I think one of the cooler things in this HUD update, for sure, if you look at the radar, is that you have a circle around you now that will indicate how far the sound you make will go. So if you're going towards a B, for example, you can start walking, judging from that circle, so that people in B are not going to be hearing you running in upper tunnel. The smokes are getting talked a lot, obviously. All the videos that came out in the first, when the CS2 was introduced, the new volumetric smokes, volumetric meaning that they are filling space and they're just not the visual elements anymore. So it will interact with the surroundings, and it will be longer or wider or narrower or shorter depending on the space that it's going to be filling. And obviously one of the big things that has been highlighted is the interaction of grenades together with the smokes. So what you can do is you can basically evaporate smokes with grenades. But as you can tell here also, they're not going to always evaporate the entire smoke because of the volumetric aspect. So for example, if you're in B tunnels and you have a smoke here in the middle of this tunnel, if you nade too short, it's not going to be evaporating the whole smoke, but then you have to find it like right in the middle of it. So then you will probably make a gap, but even then it's not always guaranteed. As you can see here, that will give you visual of the whole smoke. And then of course you can shoot through it a little bit to create yourself a gap, but be mindful of that because it can also work against you when you start spamming into smokes. It's going to be cool to see how that interaction is going to develop going further and seeing the pro players utilizing this new dynamic in the game. I think one of the bigger changes for sure with the grenade play in CS2 compared to CSGO is going to be the no skyboxes situation. So for example, you can throw a smoke into B doors from T spawn. And of course, as you can see in the bottom left, there's a cool little smoke indicator, grenade indicator as well. I think that's going to change the game for sure, because you can throw smokes from far away. You can also throw flashbangs if you're retaking the bomb site over here. Things that you were not able to do previously. Actually, I'll show you another one. You can also throw a B door smoke from here. You can even throw an Xbox smoke from there as well. So I think this will most definitely change the game as we know it today quite a bit going further. The recoil patterns have stayed similar. It will look the same as it did in CSGO, but the big difference is the bobbing effect. In CSGO you could actually decrease the bobbing effect, you could take away the tracers, but in CS2 you're not able to do that. So the spraying most definitely will feel different to you when you're shooting compared to CSGO. So be mindful of that. That's something you will have to get used to when you're playing, and we'll see how this will get updated in the future, if Valve is going to do anything else with that. In terms of sounds, one of the things that is interesting for sure is the amount of time the flashbang can take from your audio. You flash into B bomb site, and someone is playing in a position where they're not going to get fully white. They will still lose their hearing for quite a bit of time, which will then basically create an audio vacuum where you can maneuver as the attacking player without the defending player understanding where you are from the audio cues. It's the same with AG275Q as well, and with the sound it will make, and you will keep hearing that instead of all the other audio cues in the game. And of course, visually speaking, of course, the Molotov looks much better, but also I think a bit more clear. You can definitely see a bit better through them compared to CSGO, depending on, of course, on different visual settings as well that you use within the game. And last but not least, For practicing smokes, finding lineups and whatnot, the new feature in CS2, having the camera on the bottom left is definitely massive for you to help. What you can do is, like this is, for example, this is an Xbox smokes here, and I just found this myself playing around with the smokes, is when you jump, actually a mid-door smoke rather, you can just jump and you can see where it lands as you are mid-air. So then you can see, okay, this is gonna line up towards mid-doors, and then you can just wait and look at the little window on the bottom left of the smoke flying. And the same applies for grenades as well. You can also look at flashes, where is it gonna land, how is it gonna work. So this should definitely help you coming up with new ideas how to use utility properly in CS2. Let's see what all the updates are for Valve, how CS2 develops. We're still in the limited beta, but hoping to have more features coming into it. It's still a Dust 2 simulator, but hopefully in the near future we're gonna have more stuff to go through.